Well, James, congratulations. What pleased you most about that victory this afternoon?
The fact that the work that we did on Tuesday and Thursday, I've seen patches of it there today. Obviously, especially the combination play down the middle, Big K, rather than flicking on, trying to get a hold of it and bring people in the game, and led to the first goal. And just the little bits and pieces that we worked on training. I've seen a lot more today than I have in previous games.
Change your formation as well today. Tell us about the thinking behind that and how pleased you were with how that worked.
Well, we flipped between the 4-3-1-2 and, if you like, the 4-4-1-1. It depends where we play a second striker. And I felt, because they play with a lot of width, I felt that we needed the width. Although we were always super conscious of having Ryan Ellison in a position where he could protect the centre half and sink in to make sure at times we looked like a back five or a forward, a very supportive sweeper in front. That part worked okay for us. But the main thing today was the change of personnel. We got Smalley back, which allowed Paul Conley to be nice and strong at right back. We were able to get the best out of Danny as an attacking player without seeing the other side of his game, so that was positive. I think he contributed again. Joe and Glenn Rule and people like that, they were a little bit short of match fitness, and Brandon had a banging training and he's got another couple of knocks today, so but the energy was good across the midfield for most of the game, and up front we sort of knew that if we played with one big man, that we could get a lot out of one big man and then bring the other one on. And so it was nice that both of them played a part in the victory.
You mentioned Ryan Ellison then. I'm sure it'll be the first to admit he didn't see himself as a midfield player perhaps, but he's really grown into that role that you've given him as a screening midfielder, a holding midfielder. How well did he do today?
No, like I said, any time they hit down the middle, I mean, they obviously had to overhit him to get a little bit of change, but at Northwich we use what I would call a floating centre back, so somebody that can screen in front. It allows the back four to stay together. And if they went diagonally on top of the full-backs and headed down the channels, then our centre-halves had that confidence to go and protect the channels and pick up the second ball. So, but no, he's done really well. I mean, in other games we perhaps want to see a little bit more football from him, but when you come to a place like Alfreton, you want to make sure everything's right and proper defensively. When we played at home against Corby, we had quite an attacking team, and they didn't know how to sink in and become solid, and if you like, see the game out. And I think the younger lads in particular looked a bit naive last week, but today I thought Ryan did really well. And you've got Danny Morton and Joe Gardner, who are both comfortable in defensive roles, but both offer you different options going forward as well. Statistically and in training, we talked about what we've been doing very well is combination play down the middle, crosses and set plays. So it was nice to score from all three again today.
I mean, the quality of the goals was terrific. John Marsden, obviously, I mean, there's 7 in the league, 3 in the Cheshire Senior Cup, 6 for Colwyn Bay earlier in the season. He could be so important for you next season. I can see exactly why you've signed him.
Yeah, and John's adaptable and he's flexible. He can play one behind a one, he can play one behind a two. And if you asked him to play off the wide and cause a few problems off his shape, he can do that. But the great asset that he has is that he's always in the game, he's always thinking, always moving. Some players struggle to see the pass before the pass, so as soon as Brandon played that ball into Kay, he was on his way, breaking the line, and he's done that so many times. He's obviously seen the opportunity for the second goal he got, that just following the play, he smells what's going to happen, and we need defenders that smell what happens, and we also need attackers that read the game and the development of the game. And again, I was really pleased for him because he's one of the players that I've had the confidence and faith in to give a contract, and I think he's shown today why.
Great preparation, obviously, for the Cheshire Senior Cup. What's in your mind, team-wise? You treat it as a first-team game, don't you?
Yeah, I think we've done that consistently in the other games. I think what we've done, my first game I kind of wasn't sure who my best team was. I was going off Flynn's instruction and giving a couple of players a chance, and we won that game 2-0. But then we used the next couple of games to consolidate our team tactics. And then when we were solid in the league and getting results, we had that opportunity semi-final to rest a few. Obviously I wanted to win the game against Northwich and win the semi-final, get to the final. But when I gave the players an opportunity to rest, none of them wanted to take that opportunity. So again, Brandon's picked up a particularly nasty gash down his shin, which the referee decided it was only worthy of a little chat, which frustrates me very much, like that we can allow sort of dangerous play like that to go unpunished, both in the reserve games and in the league. But he's the only one that I'd be worried about. Obviously, Joe's got 60-70 minutes under his belt. Glenn's got what the physio asked for, 20 minutes. The two front players have had a nice taste of it. So I'm sure that if you ask them all, they'll all want to play. The question is whether I've tried in other games to give younger players an opportunity, but I've gone for a little bit more solidity and strength, and I think it paid off today. And these players have the shirt, and I'm sure they want to keep it come Tuesday and next Saturday.
And of course, the club has already got some silverware. The under-18s winning the Floodlit Trophy. I know how pleased you are about that, because these are lads you work with day in, day out.
Yeah, that's my day job. I won't be giving that up. No, it's great. I mean, we compete in two, and we've got sort of 35, 40 players that we've got to look after. So we tried to rotate and give them all an opportunity. I know Aldo was a big fan of the Floodlit League when he was at Myerscough, so that was the one he wanted to win. And so it was fantastic for them to win that. And I think the fans will get a chance to see them all on the pitch next Saturday. And like I said, 4 or 5 of them are emerging now into the reserves, so it's nice that we've gone to Buxton on a Wednesday night and been able to get a fantastic 4-1 win with them young players stepping up to that standard. So the reserves have done great. I think they've won the last 6 league matches, so it's healthy. It's healthy at the moment, I believe. Like I said, what we need to do is make sure that we're strong and healthy in the first team front.
And in the league, I mean, you've moved up to 9th now, and you've got an opportunity. I know you said before the game you wanted to achieve a higher points tally than last season. You've done that now with a game to spare, but you'll still go for even more next week. Yeah,
because I think it was viable, depending on what the top 8 did. It was viable for us to get to 8th, and to drop 2 points against Corby last week was really disappointing. And obviously there'd be a strange feel to next week's game, and perhaps the same way it was for Alfreton today. But I was keen to stress to lads before the game and during the game that this is a really important game. Whether they're here, whether they're not here, we need to finish this strong. They need to be seen to be in a team that knows how to win games at this level and showcase themselves. So next week, like I said, we want to put out a team that we think can win the game. I've done that against Corby, and unfortunately we let it slip. But today I think the team, when it got to the nitty-gritty, when it was 1-0 and they were piling on the pressure, it was nice that we stood strong and resilient, and then when it came down the other end, we held on to it and we created opportunities to go and get the second and then the third. So it was a fantastic all-round performance from the 14.
Right. Well done today, and some good luck on Tuesday. I hope it goes well for you.
Thanks very much.